Della Reese, singer, actress, ordained minister, and star of Touched by an Angel. But behind the spotlight, her life was full of drama, luxury, and mystery. What was her net worth at the time of her death? How did the Encino mansion she once called home, now a stunning 11,805 square foot estate, sell for a jaw-dropping $19.25 million? In this video, we'll take you inside Della Reese's world, her house, her husband, her 4 children, and the financial empire she built. We'll also explore the shocking church pot scandal that rocked her spiritual life and the heartbreaking details surrounding her death in 2017. From Hollywood glamour to personal struggles, this is the untold story of a legend whose life was as dramatic off-screen as it was on. Stay tuned. What you're about to see might surprise you. Now, let's dive into the story of Della Reese. Della had an iconic, legendary career that most stars today could only dream of. She was a pioneer in many ways, breaking barriers, achieving remarkable milestones, and doing it all with beauty and grace. Her story begins with her childhood. Though few photos exist from this period, one can imagine a young girl destined for greatness. Born Della Reese. Patricia. Early on July 6, 1931, in Detroit's historic Black Bottom neighborhood, Della grew up in a household shaped by hard work and resilience. Her father, Richard Thaddeus Early, was an African-American steel worker, while her mother, Nellie Mitchell, a cook who claimed Cherokee ancestry, had several children before Della, but none lived with her. As a result, Della grew up as an only child, a solitary star waiting to shine. Her journey toward stardom began at the tender age of 6, when she started singing in church. These early experiences sparked a lifelong passion for gospel music. On weekends in the vibrant 1940s, Della and her mother would escape into the magic of cinema, watching glamorous divas like Joan Crawford, Bette Davis, and Lena Horne light up the screen. Inspired, Della would reenact scenes at home, showing an early flair for performance and storytelling. By 1944, at just 13 years old, Della's multifaceted talents caught the attention of gospel legend Mahalia Jackson, who invited her to sing with her group. At the same time, Della pursued her education at Detroit's Cass Technical High School, balancing academics with touring. In 1947, she achieved a milestone no one in her family had reached before, graduating high school at the age of 15. This accomplishment marked the beginning of a new chapter as Della formed her own gospel group, the Meditation Singers, laying the foundation for a career that would span decades. Life, however, soon threw Della a curveball. Her father fell seriously ill, and she lost her mother, forcing her to put her education at Wayne State University on hold to support her family, a decision that showcased her determination and strong-willed nature. Della eventually left her father's house when she disapproved of his new girlfriend, honoring the memory of her late mother. In the years that followed, she took on a variety of odd jobs, from truck driving to working as a dental receptionist and elevator operator. By 1949, she was performing in clubs, captivating audiences with her powerful voice. It was during this period that she chose to shorten her name from Della Reese Early to Della Reese, a name that would become legendary in the world of entertainment. Della's career truly began when gospel powerhouse Mahalia Jackson discovered her. A contest win earned her a week-long gig at Detroit's renowned Flame Show bar, but her talent was so magnetic that the engagement quickly extended to 8 weeks, forever altering the trajectory of her life. While her roots were firmly in gospel music, performing in this new environment exposed her to jazz legends such as Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, and Billie Holiday, who would leave a lasting imprint on her style. In 1953, Della signed a recording deal with Jubilee Records, releasing 6 albums that showcased her evolving sound. That same year, she joined the Hawkins Orchestra, further expanding her musical horizons. She recorded classics like In the Still of the Night, I've Got My Love to Keep Me Warm, and Time After Time, all of which were later included on her albums. By 1957, Della released the single And That Reminds Me, which brought her chart success after years of performing, becoming a top 20 pop hit and a million seller. Music publications, including Billboard and Cashbox, recognized her as the most promising singer in 1959. Her career reached new heights when she moved to RCA Records and released her biggest hit, Don't You Know It. The single soared to number 2 on the pop charts, topped the R&B charts, sold over 1 million copies, and earned a gold disc from the RIAA, cementing it as the signature anthem of her early career. Throughout the 1960s, Della continued to release successful singles and albums, gracing the stages of Las Vegas for 9 years while touring across the country, charming audiences everywhere with her soulful, unforgettable voice. In 1970, Della Reese released a soul pop album, Black is Beautiful, which climbed to number 44 on the R&B charts. By 1986, she had formed the gospel group Brilliance alongside fellow singers O.C. Smith, Mary Clayton, Vera Royer, and Eric Stroh. The group released an album featuring the song You Gave Me Love, earning Della a Grammy nomination in the gospel category. She earned a second nomination for the album Live My Soul Feels Better, Right Now, further cementing her legacy as a music icon. In the late 1960s, Della's career took a dramatic turn as she transitioned from celebrated singer to accomplished actress. Her first foray into television came with her own talk show, Della. Although the show was canceled after 197 episodes, it did little to dampen her spirit. That period also led to a historic milestone. In 1970, Reese became the first black woman to guest host The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. Following this, Reese made her mark in TV, movies, and miniseries. She became a regular on Cho and the Man and played the mother of Barbara in the 18-episode series Leads with an Option to Die. In 1991, she starred alongside her close friend Red Fox in his final sitcom, The Royal Family. Della also lent her voice to the late 1980s Hanna-Barbera animated series A Pup Named Scooby-Doo on ABC. In 1989, she appeared on the silver screen with comedy legends Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, and Red Fox in Harlem Nights, delivering a memorable fight scene with Murphy. She additionally appeared as a panelist on several episodes of the game show Match Game. However, it was her role as Tess in the inspirational television drama Touched by an Angel that made her a household name. Initially hesitant to take the role following the death of her best friend Red Fox, Reese eventually auditioned, and CBS quickly ordered additional episodes, recognizing her as vital to the show's success. Touched by an Angel faced skepticism during its first season in 1994. Its overtly religious theme led to cancellation after 11 episodes due to low ratings. But a massive letter-writing campaign resurrected the series, which went on to become a major hit for the next 7 seasons. During the 4th season in 1997, Reese threatened to leave the show over pay disparities with her co-stars. She held a press conference in Los Angeles, taking her negotiations public, an unusual move that angered CBS. Typically, actors negotiate salaries privately, but Reese used her platform to demand equity on one of CBS's top-rated programs. At the time, Touched by an Angel was the most-watched show on the network, and Reese was a major reason for its popularity. She performed the entire theme song and was considered by many viewers to be the show's most beloved character. While Reese's co-stars received raises without question, her own salary became a point of contention. According to Reese, her co-star Downey's raise had doubled his previous salary. If he had been earning $40,000 per episode, he was now making $80,000. In contrast, Reese reported receiving only a 12.5% increase, despite CBS's earlier promises that her raise would match Downey's. "Let's be honest," she stated. "Del Reese really made the show, right?" She added, "I'm trying not to believe it's because I'm black because I was black when they hired me." At 66 years old, Reese also questioned whether her age played a role in the negotiations. They knew what age I was. I don't know what it is. CBS appeared taken aback by her comments and issued a statement. We are frankly puzzled by Della Reese's comments and by her decision to make her negotiations public. For the record, we have continued to honor her request to reduce the number of hours she works, enabling her to rest and devote more time to her ministry on weekends. We have also responded to her demands to renegotiate with an offer to raise her salary by a significant percent. In Hollywood, contract negotiations between networks, production companies, and actors are routine, but Reese's decision to hold a press conference was unusual. She felt it was her only option. The move drew pushback from several publications and segments of the public, with tabloids criticizing her for involving her fans. Headlines proclaimed, "Della Reese begs fans to help her make more money." Many interpreted it as Reese asking everyday viewers to support her fight for higher pay. At the time, Reese was earning approximately $50,000 per episode, which some found difficult to sympathize with. Like the situation with Taji P. Henson, many argued, "You're already making more than we do." For perspective, a single actor's salary for a TV season could exceed what most people earn in decades, and Reese's paycheck for one episode likely surpassed the annual income of some viewers. Despite her talent and popularity, it was challenging for the public to rally behind an actor already earning such substantial sums. Even white actors faced similar difficulties when renegotiating contracts, though they were often treated more leniently. Underlying biases and public perception added further complications to Reese's highly publicized salary dispute. Much like Taji, many stars discussed in previous videos treat $1 million movie or deal as if they only get to keep a fraction of it, sometimes as little as $10,000 from $1 million, because the money is divided in so many ways. The bigger the star, the more complex the financial calculations become. High-profile celebrities like Oprah or Beyoncé, for instance, can't simply ignore security. They can't go wherever they want or hire just anyone to join their staff. They have to pay for protection, and their residences need to be secure. Living in a regular neighborhood simply isn't an option. Imagine if Oprah's or Beyoncé's addresses were widely known with no security in place. The risks from overzealous fans or threats from haters would be immense. A star's earnings also have to cover agents who secured the deals, managers, assistants, and other staff required to maintain their careers and personal lives. On top of that, depending on the state, there's state tax plus federal tax, often taking 40 to 50% of their income. To the average person, these figures may seem staggering. "Oh, you make that much?" people might think. But the reality is very different. Even if a celebrity pockets $10,000, that's more than most people would make for a single gig. And gigs aren't constant, while costs like security remain ongoing. Residuals aren't as generous as many imagine. For example, someone receiving royalties from a hit show over the years will see those payments decrease over time. Some actors earn less than $1,000 a month from 40 to 50 movies they've worked on. It's not the windfall people assume. This was the context for Della Reese's salary dispute. While she faced criticism, it's important to understand the underlying complexities. Reese raised issues of race and age, which unsettled some, though others argued she used them to pressure the public for more pay. At that time, Bill Cosby, a black man, was the highest-paid actor on CBS. The network had long showcased diverse talent, including stars over 50, such as Dick Van Dyke and Bob Newhart, demonstrating that CBS consistently offered opportunities to elderly actors, both male and female, including actors of color. The ageism argument surrounding Della Reese's salary dispute sparked mixed opinions. Some acknowledged her point, recognizing that fighting for equal pay sometimes requires using the same tactics as those in power. Others felt differently, noting that CBS was likely the only major network at the time consistently giving opportunities to older actors. The public remained largely unmoved, but CBS acted quickly to resolve the issue, increasing Reese's salary. However, her health soon became a concern. In 2000, she collapsed on set and was hospitalized. Touched by an Angel ultimately concluded in 2003, though it continues to air in syndication across multiple networks even today. Della Reese's life was as vibrant and multifaceted as her acting roles. Her romantic history was complex and began in 1952 when she married Vermont Adulis, an auto factory worker 19 years her senior. She later married accountant Leroy Basil Gray on December 28, 1959, keeping the union secret. They divorced in 1961. Another brief marriage followed in the same year to bandleader Mercer Ellington, who also served as her manager. Reese eventually found lasting love in 1983 with Franklin Thomas Jr., a concert producer and writer. Reese also embraced motherhood, adopting a daughter, Delise Daniels Owens, from a family member unable to care for her. Tragically, Owens passed away on March 14, 2002. Beyond her artistic career, Reese was a spiritual leader. In the 1980s, she was ordained as a minister through the Christian New Thought branch known as Unity and founded her own church, Understanding Principles for Better Living, part of the Universal Foundation for Better Living. Her spiritual journey was not without controversy. She faced accusations of being a pot-smoking preacher who ignored financial mismanagement within her church, claims made by a former executive assistant, Billy Hall. Hall alleged that Reese and her husband overlooked fraudulent activities by employees and sometimes asked a church employee to procure marijuana for her. Reese admitted to occasional use but denied any addiction. A few years later, she and her husband discovered $1.5 million missing from church funds. True to her faith, Reese chose not to prosecute, stating, "I felt that God would lift me up." Her personal life was also marked by health challenges. In 1979, she suffered a near-fatal brain aneurysm while filming a guest spot on The Tonight Show, but fully recovered after 2 surgeries. In later years, she battled multiple health issues, including type 2 diabetes, which eventually led to her retirement from acting. On November 19, 2017, Della Reese passed away at her Los Angeles home at the age of 86. Despite the controversies, scandals, and personal challenges she faced, her legacy as a remarkable performer and spiritual leader endures. Many observers note that tabloid accounts of her church controversies or marijuana use were sensationalized. Given her wisdom and stature, it is widely believed that any use of marijuana was occasional and recreational rather than habitual or detrimental. What was Della Reese's net worth? Della Reese left behind an impressive net worth of $8 million at the time of her death in 2017. Her career spanned 7 decades, during which she became a household name and a trailblazer in both music and television. Through her remarkable versatility and longevity, Reese built not only a multi-million-dollar career, but also a legacy as one of the most beloved performers in American entertainment history. Inside Encino home of late Touched by an Angel star Della Reese. The final home of the late singer, actress, and ordained minister Della Reese, a modest, low-slung 1970s contemporary nestled into a hillside at the end of a cul-de-sac in the upscale Encino foothills, is currently listed for $1.775 million, down from its original asking price of $1.925 million just 4 months ago. Reese and her concert producer husband, Franklin Lett, had previously lived in Bel Air, but moved to Encino following their $1.79 million purchase of the property in late 2014. Echoing the architectural style of their former Bel Air mansion, the Encino home spans 4,291 square feet on a single level and features 5 bedrooms and 4 tastefully updated bathrooms. A shallow porch and double-door entry lead into a spacious, wood-floored foyer, illuminated by a chandelier, flanked by a step-down living room with a fireplace and a formal dining room adorned with a second crystal chandelier. The kitchen, renovated with chocolate-brown wood cabinetry, nearly white marble-like countertops, and high-end stainless steel appliances, includes an informal dining area that opens to the backyard. An adjoining family room boasts a cathedral ceiling, a walk-in wet bar, a contemporary carved stone fireplace, and a wall of windows overlooking the swimming pool. The master suite opens directly to the backyard through a broad bank of French doors and includes a modern bathroom with glass sliders leading to a private fenced patio. 4 additional bedrooms accommodate family and guests. Outside, brick-accented and salt-pitted concrete terraces connect the home to a pool and spa, backed by a curving retaining wall adorned with azure tiles and lush natural plantings on the hillside. Della Reese's Los Angeles home. Before Encino, Reese and Lett owned a sprawling 9,000-square-foot Bel Air estate with a near-Olympic-sized indoor pool shaded by 100-foot pine trees on a serpentine ridge above Stone Canyon Reservoir. The contemporary mansion built on the site of Della Reese's former Bel Air home, a singer and actress best known for starring in the TV drama Touched by an Angel, has sold for $19.25 million in 2017. The 11,805-square-foot residence first hit the market in April for $23.5 million, shortly after construction was completed the previous month, and the price was later reduced to $21.9 million in August. The sale closed last week, with the home's location and sweeping views cited as key factors in attracting the buyer, though Agustin Rodriguez, president of ANR, declined to reveal the buyer's identity. The transaction has not yet appeared in online property records. Located on Bel Air Road, the home sits in one of the country's most exclusive neighborhoods. The 2 most expensive homes listed in the U.S. at $250 million and $350 million respectively are both in Bel Air and front prestigious Bel Air Road, Rodriguez noted. Perched on 0.68 acres overlooking the Stone Canyon Reservoir and offering views of the Pacific Ocean, the estate exudes a European feel. "It's like something you'd see in Switzerland or Austria," said listing agent Ernie Carswell of Telus Properties, a Douglas Elliman subsidiary. Reese owned the property for over 30 years before selling it in 2014 for $7.5 million. The former home spanned 5,844 square feet and included a 2,600-square-foot indoor swimming pool. ANR's extensive remodel converted the pool area into a spacious chef's kitchen, family dining area, and lounge. The new mansion now features a 6-room master suite, 6 additional bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, a guest house, theater, gym/yoga studio, ocean view lounge, infinity edge pool, outdoor dining pavilion, grill courtyard, motor court, and multiple garages. Other highlights include disappearing motorized sliding walls, wire-brushed oak floors, and rough-hewn stone walls, which seamlessly integrate with the natural surroundings. Marriages and children. Della Reese was married 4 times throughout her life. Her first marriage, in 1952, was to Vermont Taliaferro, a factory worker 19 years her senior. The union ended in 1958, reportedly due to abuse, and, according to Reese, it was Ed Sullivan who helped intervene and bring the marriage to a close. In 1959, Reese married accountant Leroy Gray, but the marriage dissolved in 1961. She ended it after discovering that Gray had failed to inform her that his divorce from a previous wife was legally invalid. Later that same year, Reese married Mercer Ellington, the son of jazz legend Duke Ellington. However, that marriage was also annulled due to an invalid Mexican divorce from his prior marriage. After this, Reese initially vowed never to marry again. Friendships. Beyond their work together on the royal family, Della Reese and Red Fox shared a deep personal friendship. Reese recalled in an interview, "We were hungry together. We were out of work together. We shared sandwiches together. We were friends." Reese also formed a close bond with her Touched by an Angel co-star Roma Downey. After Reese's passing, Downey described her as "like a mother to me," calling her a second mother, and naming Reese the godmother of her daughter, born in 1996. Reese further honored the friendship by officiating Downey's wedding to producer Mark Burnett. Reflecting on their relationship, Downey said, "I think I'll just always remember the feel of her neck against my cheek when she hugs me, the love I know she has for me, the love I feel for her, and the love she has for God." To know Della is to know that she loves God. Della Reese's life was a remarkable tapestry of talent, perseverance, and love, spanning decades in music, television, and spiritual leadership. From her groundbreaking performances to her enduring friendships and complex personal life, Reese left a legacy that continues to inspire. Her homes, marriages, children, and net worth tell only part of the story of a woman who lived fully and fearlessly. What part of Della Reese's incredible journey surprised you the most? Her career, her family life, or her remarkable resilience? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives, homes, and legacies of legendary stars like Della Reese.